Hey everyone, We're Card here, and we just finished building our Emax Hawk Pro. We're going to do our first test flight of it. So a few important things to remember are when you set it down and arm it, you want to be a few feet away from it, just in case anything bad happens. And you want to not go too crazy on it. You want to just feel it out, make sure everything's going to work properly. So let's get to it. Now, one of the things I like to do when I first arm it is make sure the inputs are acting correctly. So while I arm it, when it's on the ground, I'll pitch forward just a little bit to rev up the rear motors. I'll pitch back to rev up the front motors. Then I'll go left and right to make sure it's responding properly before I take it off. So I'm just going to do that right now with the goggles off. It looks like everything's responding properly. So I'm going to go ahead and put the goggles on and try it out. All right, let's take it for a spin. Looks like it's flying pretty good. It's responding nicely. So I'd say the build is successful. All right, we'll bring it back and land it, and then we'll test out the GPS. So on this test flight, I'm going to test out the GPS return to home feature. So what I'm going to do is wait and make sure I've got enough satellites locked in, and I'm just going to take the drone and fly it down towards the trees at the end of the park and flip the switch to make sure that GPS return to home is working properly. So let's take a look. And it looks like I've got 9 satellites locked in. So let's go ahead and give it a try. All right, I think I'm far enough away, so I'm going to flip the switch and see what happens. Get it turned around, and it's flying back. That's no hands on the sticks. It's flying right back. So I'm going to go ahead and take control. And I would call that a successful test. So I'll bring it back and land. We tested out just flying it around. We tested out the return to home feature. Everything seems to be working great. So it should be ready to take off and have fun with. If you have any questions, definitely let us know and have fun flying.